Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's Financial Friday, and you know this is a special episode because it's Financial Literacy Month. It's all about your pocketbook, protecting your asset, saving, generational wealth, paying your taxes. It's not just about saving money, it's about planning for the future, especially if you're a parent. It's about protecting the next generation, putting aside that nest egg for your next generation. So it's all about generational wealth. And today it's no exception who we have. We have two financial experts. One is from Canada and one is from the US. So we're going to have a wide range of discussion going on today about you and your money. You want the lifestyle. You have to protect your money. Okay, sometimes they say money is the root of evil. I say not having money is the root of evil. You need money to pay your bills. You need money to handle your finances. You need money to do so much in this world. So we have to protect the little that we have or the little that we make, and also make more, have different sources of income. So it's Financial Friday, and I'm going to bring my guests on. We have Cherese Pam, who is a financial concierge. She handles a lot of financial issues with people and all her clients. And then we have Madam Sonia Dolar. I call her Sonia Dollar Bill, y'all. And she is from Canada, and she's also a financial advisor, and anything that has to do with financial literacy and helping the next generation secure their bag. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
My gorgeous ladies, welcome to the US. Sonia Dolar Bill and Cherese, welcome to Canada.
Hey.
How are you ladies doing today?
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Well, you guys are looking wonderful, gorgeous. And that's the lifestyle, people. You want to dress up and go out and always look gorgeous. And you can't do that if you're just living paycheck to paycheck. I'm sorry to say, it's never going to happen. You're always going to look stressed. You always look like you're running here, you're running there. But when you are relaxing, you're protecting your bag and you're protecting your finance, you're going to look like you're 32, always, like forever. In life. So I'm going to take this time. You guys all know Cherese. She is my regular here on Financial Friday. She is She Wealth. So what we're going to do is introduce our new guinea pig that we're bringing here today to dissect. Sonia Dolar Bill is from Canada, and she is I met her at the United Nations, and we became like fabulous friends. Now we're inseparable. She's my sister from another mother. So yeah. I'm going to give, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she knows my family. She's met my brother. She's met everyone. Yeah, you've met everyone. So I want you to take the time and let my audience know a little about Sonia Dolar. And don't you love the name?
I love it.
And I am the Canadian version, so it's you get a little bit of a discount, right?
Right.
So thank you so much. It's great to be part of the global network of women, and it's Financial Literacy Month. It's also the month that we pay our taxes. So we have, I guess, about 15 days of difference, but I think that this is one of the things that my kids have mentioned. When you're a student, you hear about these things about taxes, and a lot of students do earn a little bit of money. They could do a little bit of websites or that kind of thing. Or
I don't want to stop you. I want you to tell us about you.
Okay.
Tell them about you, and then we're going to go into all that lovely information that you have. But give the audience a little about Sonia. Who are you?
Well, as you know, the Dollar Bill is a musician. And actually, just before we started, one of my all-time favorites, Stevie Wonder, I listened to a couple of his songs. And I still look back and I think of him. He's so inspirational. He is especially I think right now, because he's overcome, of course, a lot of obstacles, and uh, and since I've been 6 years old, I've been listening to his songs, and I just feel spiritually uplifted and motivated, and especially his last song with Bill in as a tribute to Bill Withers. I think it's fantastic. I do so many things that I'm interested in. I love people. I love doing what I do. And I'm so happy to have met you a few years ago at the UN, and just having the experience of kind of having a global family. And like you said, I met a lot of your family, and you've met some of my family through the video cam, and you will be coming to Toronto to speak. That's for sure. With
Well,
our
thank you.
with our other friend from Detroit. So I'd love to have all of you guys come and speak. And I think we have these goals now that we can kind of help each other with. I've been to India for the World Women's Economic Forum. I've been to Africa twice, of course, with one of our friends. And it is I've had the ability to travel and see how the Zulu ladies, how they provide for their families, and how things are around the world, and it's an amazing thing. I also had the experience of working in government before, and lucky to have some friends that ambassadors, and so I love the people, and I would like to do more to help with some of the UN goals, like poverty, health, especially integrating, I think, cities and getting technology and math skills out to kind of raise the ceiling, and I think one of the most important things, whether I'm in Canada, US, or Africa, or it doesn't South America, we all need to help each other at times,
Yes.
for whatever reason, just
Yes.
for no reason at all, just to help.
So
and
she's a
and I,
helper. Thank you. Wow. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, just to help. And I one of the things too is, I think we're becoming more of an entrepreneurial worldwide community. So this is whatever skills, I don't see myself as just a financial advisor. I see myself as a networker like you. and we may wear 6 hats or 8 hats,
Yes.
or
True.
whatever that may be. So it's got to be some kind of flow, and like I said, to help somebody else in a business, or possibly connect the two, or help them in a financial area, or or a capacity they may need money for their business, or sell their art, or whatever their passion is, to help them with those goals. And you never know where it's going to lead you. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and our friend Dr. Clarice, I had a great visit with her. I have my pen here, and I have some reading to do. I have her book, and also I think we're going to be meeting up in September. So I'm excited. So, like, there's so many possibilities and things that.
Wow. Yeah, there is. Thank you so much for that introduction. Next, we're going to have Cherese introduce herself and tell us a little about what she does. Thank
I just have to
you.
say, I want to be like Sonia when I grow up. I haven't been.
Remember, I'm still 35 too.
I know.
Right.
I know, like, all right, so I got what, like 4 years, because I'm 60 to 29. So
29.
yeah. So I got 6 years to like follow in your footsteps, and I just love it. Like, I love your humanitarian effort, like the love and the passion, and like you could just feel it. It's just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So, my name is Cherese, everyone, and my brand is She Wealth, which stands. And people always think it's a feminine thing, It's really not, but it is kind of. Sorry, not sorry, but it stands for savvy, sexy, healthy, and empowered.
Sounds
And
like Lady B.
yes, you got to be savvy and you got to be sexy being savvy, right? Absolutely.
Mhm.
You have to be healthy. We got to be healthy because if we're not healthy, we can't enjoy anything. And especially our money, and we have to be empowered. And my passion is to be able to empower women to help them understand that they can live a life that they've dreamed of. They don't have to take the status quo of what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Just like Sonia talked about, her different views and the things that she loves, like we don't want to just be categorized as financial advisors. We want to use all of our gifts and all of our talents to be able to help people around the world and around the globe. So I'm excited to be here with you ladies today and share some great information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for joining the conversation. Everyone that's logged in, if you have any questions about your finance, pop it in the comment and we will see it. So just make a comment, we will see it. And as we go along with the conversation, we'll be able to answer any questions that you have pertaining to your finance and how to protect your bag, save your asset. So we're going to move on with the discussion, ladies. So the question that I want to know as we go forward to this conversation is, what does financial literacy mean to you?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start. I think that one of the inspirational things today is Albert Einstein said that income tax is the most complicated thing. And why is that? It should be basically filling out a few lines, but it is the most complex thing that there is. It can be simple, but the elements of financial security, basically, if you don't have a tax problem, you have a problem. So I think these are things that need to be kind of taught in high school. How do you fill out an income tax return?
Mm-hmm.
And it also gets kids thinking about, oh, wow, I got to create an income. I need to, I need to do something. So it gets this stage, it gets them thinking about it. And also, having traveled around the world, I am very happy to say that as a Canadian and as an almost American, it's great to be able to walk around anywhere you want, almost at any time. I go jogging at night, and the ability and that freedom that we have to be able to walk or run or whatever we want to do as women anytime is a basic freedom that we take for granted. These freedoms do not just come easily, they come by way of paying taxes. Taxes give you security, and also just not having an income is the biggest barrier. So having an income gives you a lifestyle that you can enjoy, but it also gives you freedom, and it also gives other people freedom. And that has to do with health too. If you're restricted and you're not able to go out and you're not able to exercise and do this and that and go do your shopping when you want to, or go somewhere else, you need to have somebody attend with you. This is not a freedom. So it's important that everybody, this is Financial Literacy Month, we pay our taxes because taxes are an important part of a democratic government and a democratic lifestyle. And we can't have that and health. This is all like everything is one scope. They all go hand in hand. Exercise, good food, freedom, and literacy is all together in one scope.
And good wine.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Unapologetically.
So I think it's important to be able to understand how to do a tax return. And I still think this is something that's evolving and changing because it's not just filling out, somebody's doing a T4 slip for you, an income slip for you. You're going to have to go through and what's my income? What are my deductions? What are my tax credits? What are the other programs? If you don't fill out a tax return, you can't get government programs. I bought somebody that was walking around in downtown Boston a hamburger, and I said, okay, so what's the story? I like to know what's up with people, and how did this happen, and how did he lose his home, and this kind of thing. But basically, essentially, he didn't file. He never filed a tax return, didn't have a location, and that type of thing. So this is all to do with literacy, having a place, and these are all the Maslow's, these are the basic needs. Like,
Yeah.
a glass of Robert Mondavi comes after that.
She knows about me and Robert.
I know you and Robert. You are very tight.
Thank you for that. So, Cherese, financial literacy, what does it mean for you?
Financial literacy means for me that the people that I come in contact with will know and understand the basics, the bare bone basics, all the way to the end. We start with budgeting and credit and balancing your checkbook to estate planning and legacy succession. It blows my mind to find out how many people just don't know the basics, and they don't understand the basics. As Sonia alluded to, the taxes. Well, you have people who are going into the entrepreneurial field. It would help if I could speak properly, right?
Repeat after me. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plane.
They're going into the entrepreneurial space, and they don't understand how they can take advantages, of those tax deductions and things that were put into place for people who are business owners. So just the basics, helping people understand how they can start and how they can finish, and just take what they're doing and shift it around a little bit can mean the world of difference for their families. And so financial literacy to me means that everyone understands where they are, where they're beginning, and how they can change what they thought they were going to end up with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. Financial literacy means so much to so many people, but it boils down to one basic facts. We all need money. And we all need to save money. Like Sonia mentioned, you're downtown and you're homeless, or you may not know what happened. We are all one paycheck away from homelessness. So ladies, what advice do you have? And anyone could take this question. What advice do you have for someone out here that, let's go with the young people. I think people my age, like, we're already like stuck in our own way of thinking, and we are like, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? But let's go back. Let's say we start with the college generation, the free spenders. They spend a lot. I remember my college days. We are spending because we think it's always going to be there. Money. We always think that, oh, I could spend it. What advice do you have in Financial Literacy Month for young people starting out in the credit? This is a credit society. What advice do you have for them? I don't know if in Canada that they have the same system in the US, but you could also, make it educate us too about what the Canadian system is as far as credit, buying and selling.
Okay, well, I know, like, at this time there are a lot more programs that are available, like on the educational scope. So there might be where everything, you had to take a loan or that kind of thing. There are a lot of free programs. There's a lot of information available on the internet that you don't have to spend a lot of money accessing. which is amazing. Great, great organizations and institutions. So it's not just the typical institution. It's many, many places. And yes, we are a credit society. And, having gone to India, and you see they are completely a cash society. And, and the differences, they just don't, there are those avenues just don't, they're not there, but it's becoming more like that. And I think that it doesn't matter from day one. When you earn, the best time to save is as soon as you earn a dollar. You earn something, put something away. Don't wait. Because we're living longer. The lifespan, most women will probably, our longevity will be till age 90, and that's just a fact. So the best time to save is as soon as you start earning money. Absolutely. And the credit, and I think the credit thing is secondary. Yes, our real estate prices are going up in different places, and some more than others. But if you have start creating that passive income right away, then it's like having an employee, because you're working and your assets or your investments are working as well. So it's like you're leveraging on that. And then as part of as perhaps want to, I think credit cards are good, actually, because I was actually 15 when I got one. Okay, so Cherese, okay, you just caught me on that, on the age thing.
That's only 20 years ago, Sonia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think like a good way of introducing a little bit of credit is I got, when my kids started doing a little bit of traveling, my daughter went to Colombia. I got them credit cards with like a $500 amount. So they can have some cash, and then, it's also a security measure, right? In case they lose, or it can be replaced. And I think they're better to use than debit cards for purchases. There's a lot more security integrated. We have chips, which I think it's getting more, that's more visible. And also crypto and other things are coming along as well too. But I think for me, just being able to do the things that you want to do when you want to do them is part of the whole financial fitness package. And I consider one of an ability just to travel is great, and to be able to help other people is another thing. And I think that inflation, we haven't really, it's been great for many, many years. The inflation hasn't been that high, and we've had a very, very stable economy. So that's another thing. But will it be like that always? Who knows? And if you're a child from like the 70s or 60s or 70s, you will remember your parents talking about these things like 13-14% interest rates, and being careful about how much the principal is on a mortgage. These are huge things to think about the future. I better stop at that.
Cherese.
So when we're talking about, I guess, the younger generation, I had this conversation 2 days ago with a friend of mine, on how a friend of hers daughter still lives at home. She just graduated from college. And I said, that's a phenomenal thing, because she'll get to have a nest egg. So when it's time for her to leave, everything will be in order, not just leaving and trying to figure it out as you go along, which is, okay for some people. But us as Americans, I don't know where that philosophy came from, but people from other countries, their children stay home until they get married, until they're older, until they maybe have a certain amount of cash invested or accumulated, and then when they're leaving to buy their first home and not leaving to move into an apartment, because now they're building equity. They're building wealth. So to the young people out there, please don't squander what your parents and your grandparents have worked so hard for, because your youth is precious, and people are like, oh, I'm young, I want to have fun, but it goes like this. You wake up one day and you're 35 and 29 like us, and you're like, oh, if I would have done X, Y, and Z, where would I have been, and how, even though we have to go through those experiences to shape us into who we are today, we don't have to make the mistakes if they've already been made. And that's my point, for them to be able to leave with something and not have to be on that struggle bus. I don't know if you guys saw my meme. I had a struggle bus, and it was like run off the road. Like I don't want to be on that bus, just run it over off the edge of the cliff.
With everything you have in a little bag.
Yes. And what's in that bag might not even be worth it either. So just throw that over the edge.
Save me. Don't worry about my bag. Throw it out. And you know what? I think a lot of people think when you talk about finance, you have to be so serious. No, because it's fun. When you sit in, like I told people, like every year for my birthday, I try to plan, like go to I used to do it a lot, more, but COVID is here and we're restricted and stuff. You could plan every year to do something on your birthday, because you have the whole year to plan it. And once you could say, oh, I want to go to Florida, and you start planning on your birthday, by the middle of the year, you've already saved enough for your air and your hotel. And then everything else that you save after that is your pocket spending money. You see, so this is why I tell people, celebrate yourself, celebrate your life, right? And you ladies are no exception, because we're always celebrating, right? We're always celebrating life. And that's the way it should be.
Yes.
Go ahead. You were saying something.
I was going to piggyback on what you were saying about the saving for vacation. When my daughter was younger, we used to do Disney every year. So by the time we got there, the trip was paid for. Like, there was no stress. There was no, if it was put on the credit card, the money was there just to pay it off, because when you have that stress coming back from vacation, then you have that large bill. Like, who wants that? Like, you just have fun. Like, now you got to go home, and then like 20 days, 25 days from now, you're going to get the bill, the statement. Well, now it's not even that long, because it's automatic online and on your phone. Ding, ding, ding. You swiped your card, and it tells you your charge and how much you got left. So, who needs that stress? So proper planning helps you, get to where you want to go. Like, my daughter wants to do Disney for my granddaughter's birthday. And so I was like, oh, just go online and check out how much it is. And she's like, Mom, this is stressful. How did you do this every year? I said, I did it way in advance, because I don't like stress. And when it comes to vacation, like, it always gave me anxiety that there was some ditzy person at the desk and they hit the wrong button and they deleted my whole trip. So I don't want that. I don't want that. I want everything planned out. I want it paid for, and I want, when I get there, I just want to enjoy myself.
Exactly.
So that's very important to pre-plan and have everything put in order.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sonia.
Yeah, I agree with that. Planning for trips, and kind of integrating that in a financial plan. And like you said, you've got a whole year to plan. But I think most people don't actually start to do the planning and divide it up. Well, we've got this many weeks, and what do I need to contribute? What do I need to do? And how to allocate and stick to it. Because it requires putting into all those buckets in the whole year.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Yeah. And I think also too, like for education planning, I did that early. I started when my kids were babies, and did that every month, and then you watch your investments grow, and we get actually a 20% up to a cap. But it's nice to get that little bit of money that that goes in every month, and that's a guaranteed thing. So why not do that? Why not participate in that? And we also have something called a disability savings plan, and that's an amazing thing as well too. So I think just like the organization to put that into the buckets, and as well now too for legacy planning, for like you said, you're taking your granddaughter on a trip, and that's again another, besides like the healthcare. I think that's part and parcel of that's one of the joys of being a grandparent, right? And to be able to really go and enjoy the time, and really, because that's that whole the family connection now too. I see with COVID, a lot of people haven't been able to do those kinds of things, and just and they're talking about some of the inflationary factors about now these people will start traveling and doing that. And have they been, we've had actually some monthly, I think more people are paying like regular taxes because of the stipend that's been going through as well too. But all of these things are going to start adding up. Our gas prices are going to go up. May have to pay a little bit more to drive out to see you when it's possible.
Just fill the tank with love. It'll go a long way. You said fly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Cherese.
Hop on the flight.
Fly, right? We'll fly in. We'll fly in.
Yeah. And also too, like part of the aging thing too is having enough when you retire to live in a way that you want to. I mean, probably in the early years you want to be doing more traveling and visiting, and maybe have a secondary home or a cottage, and that those are amazing things. And I don't know, Cherese, about how things are with you, but a lot of people are moving from the city into the country, or different different, looking for a little different lifestyle. I think
So
some of the trends are changing, even kind of like international living, and that kind of thing. Which means that you kind of need some money, extra money for healthcare if you're going somewhere else, and also that you have good health, because you don't want to travel if you don't have.
hello.
Yeah,
We can't be pushing people in wheelchairs. Like we got to get it together, right? Like we got to be strong and healthy. Like International House Hunters is real. I love that show.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Really,
It is
really
real.
It's real, and I don't want to be like the one that spoils the party, but we were talking about vacations. But some people take more time to plan a vacation than they do for their actual lives, which is really kind of sad. A vacation comes once a year, but your life, you're gonna live it. Even though people are like, oh, I don't know, but I'm not promised, so I want to enjoy. But you still got to take that time out to be able to plan properly.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
see it so much that they reach a certain age. Oh my gosh, my children have graduated, and I really have not saved enough. What do I do? How much do I need? And as women, we are caught in this place of, I've spent a lot of years raising children, taking care of the house, taking care of my mate, my spouse. I didn't take care of me, and who am, like, first of all, who am I? What do I need? And what am I doing? So it's a full cycle that you go through, which is actually really scary to go in and take that deep dive and do that work. And when you get to that point, though, it's like, the saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. There's always someone that steps in at that point in your life, and they're like, come on, I want to take you by the hand. But you don't even realize that that's what they're doing. They're coming in whispering little advice, whispering little things that you're supposed to be doing, and how to carry out, and how to move on, and how to move forward, and how to say it. Like, you drop some tidbits. Start saving for your children when they're young, like in the womb, before they're born. Like, change the cycle of the way you think about your money, so you're not stressed out now when it's time for them to go to college, because you have that saved up, and you've been saving all along.
I just want to mention, you look fabulous. So I know that you've been doing a few things, like with your health and eating and that kind of thing, which
she is a picky, I'm just going to say she is a picky eater.
I know what I want, what I get. And this is the thing, like, if I go out to eat, like, I ask for exactly what I want. And I mean, I don't throw a fit when I don't get it, but I know what I'm allergic to and what I'm not supposed to have. And yesterday,
they will take it back.
They got to take it back. I'm like, oh yeah, you did ask for this, so that's it. That's the end of that story. But yesterday, I got hair Botox. Who even knew that was a thing?
I know.
I did not know that.
Girl, it's revolutionary. Like, I never got any needles in my face, so this is just real.
Hair Botox.
Yes. So it's like this. It's this conditioning treatment, right? That they like put on. So it takes the place now of keratin. So remember, the keratin was really big like a few years ago.
Yeah.
But now they got the hair Botox. So it conditions your hair, makes it like really shiny and full and just silky and sexy and all of this volume. And I'm like, ooh, who knew? Who knew? I need to get out more.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, so we were talking about planning for vacations and starting with the children we got to start when they're young. Like, don't wait, because it adds a lot of stress to you when you wait to plan.
Yeah, I know there's certain policies as far as life insurance that you could implement when your child is young that would actually serve as a savings for college. Yes. Does anyone have that policy?
Yes.
And what is it called?
I'll let Sonia take this one.
Okay, Sonia, go ahead. Would it be the same in the U.S. and Canada? Explain to us.
Yeah, I want to hear.
We usually we have the RESP, but you can do like a life insurance plan that has not just for temporary, but is for long-term planning, and has a savings vehicle. And then you also get preferential. It's also very the retained. You can build up actually quite a nice amount, and it has preferred taxability. So they've actually made some changes. It's not as advantageous as it was in the past, but it's still very, very good. So I think a lot of those kinds of policies are available both sides of the border, except that they have different tax criteria. So I can't speak about your side, but yeah, they are similar. And also just having even non-registered plans for savings, as well as for future. We also have things that are also like in insurance. They're like deferred annuities. I think you have the same kind of thing. So there's a whole number of vehicles, but I think just the basic idea of just having kids just start saving something so that they can actually see, it's a habit, right? It's hard to start something we start eating when we're babies. Why not start, a little bit of the financial literacy when we're young? And even, with your taking your kids to Disney, I did the same thing with mine, Disney World. And as you're planning it, it's just going through an exercise, and it's actually coaching your kids to, you're starting here. This is our goal. This is what we want to do. We're going there, and it's great. It's wonderful. We're enjoying it because it's all been done and planned for. And so I think just these trips are it's a great coaching idea. And also and planning and a little bit of the math and a little bit of everything. And also just having the goal and from start to completion. It's an objective, and it's a great life coaching thing too. And 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 I think also when you plan early, it teaches you about some of the you get discounts and other things that are available just by being early. So
Mhm.
so discounts are good. I like discounts,
I
right?
love a bargain. I'm a bargain shopper. I never pick full
Yes,
price for
yes,
anything, including vacations.
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yep, and
Definitely. So the
yeah.
policies in the US, Cherese, tell us a little about those.
They're actually very similar.
Okay.
As Sonia was speaking, I was thinking to my back office, they do ask, what province are we in? Are we in US or Canada? So we also do have the same type of savings vehicles that she was speaking of. But I just think like the riders might be a little bit different, or the interests, depending on what you're doing. But it's pretty much basically the same type of products that we are able to offer here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the health. Now that we have all this AI and all this computer stuff, our healthcare is going to be either predetermined. There'll be You'll be able to probably sit at a computer and it'll figure out things with an algorithm. So it's really important to be healthy, to have all the tax advantages, financial advantages, and be able to, just to be able to do all this stuff.
Let me.
And
Sorry.
I just think, three, like healthcare, remote healthcare, and what will be available, what's available today and down the road. And I just like I love anything to do with space and digitized stuff. I just find it amazing. But all this like 3D stuff from from formerly from the Jetsons, now it's becoming reality.
It's kind of scary, Sonia.
It is. And it's like I love airplanes, I love flying, and I just wonder, like, our methods of travel, what will be available in the future. I think it's super exciting.
So, like, we got Zoom, right? So maybe
Yeah.
Zoom will be able to just zoom us into to the next place without us having to like physically go to like the airport. It's just like
Yeah.
I zoom in, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm like in your living room. Hey, Sonia.
Yeah, right, right, right. But it's certain airports that I still want to go
Robert
through.
Mondavi ready, right?
Yes.
Most definitely.
We don't want 3D virtual wine. We want real
No.
wine.
Oh, come on.
Like
Let's
you
not.
gotta draw the line somewhere.
We have to draw the line. That line cannot be crossed. Please do not even put it out there. The algorithm might be listening.
You know what's funny? You said you brought up the algorithm. Probably about 3 or 4 months ago. No. It was a year ago. It was right when COVID started. And I put up a post and I said, what if you had a knock on the door and you opened the door and it was you, right? So my friends, a lot of people responded. I would say, hey, get in here and do these dishes and all of it. It was funny, but I wasn't being funny.
Mhm.
Don't you know that Infinity has a commercial out now for their new vehicle, right? And
Mhm.
it's a guy in a parallel life and he's on the corner, and when the car pulls up and he rolls down the window, it's him.
Wow. So
You're right, it's here.
Cherese, are you buying an Infinity?
No, no. Like, it just, the whole thing just creeps me out. Like, with this algorithm stuff and facial recognition, like, are they cloning us somewhere? Like, what do
Well,
they
actually, go to Netflix and look at Coded Bias. I just watched it. It's all about the algorithm and the facial recognition program that they're running now, and how Amazon is actually creating these facial recognition program and selling it to the FBI and the CIA, and they're flawed. So there's like this group that's fighting them in Congress that I had no idea about, that there is a big push against Amazon and some of these companies, Google, that's doing all these facial recognition programs because they're flawed. So it's Netflix, free advertisement, Netflix, and it's called Coded Bias. It's only like about 45 to an hour long, but it's well worth the look, see, to learn more about that. Yes.
Well, can I hold up my bank account and let them double that? Let them do that. Like, stop messing with everything else. And then
clone me some money.
Sip Mai Tais on the beach, right, Sonia? Like, we can retire then.
That's what we really want them to clone.
Exactly.
You're cloning the dollar bill.
Yeah. Some Benjamins, baby. Like, clone some Benjamins.
Clone the Sonia dollar bill, y'all. We want to clone it.
Disclaimer, we're not talking about counterfeit money here.
Right.
All those deep folks that are listening in.
That will soon have us on the internet. Guess what they were talking about? You know how they do it. You know how they are. Yeah. Next thing you know, we'll be on BBC. They're cloning the dollar bills. What does America come to?
Wealth and Sonia Dolar. How dare they?
I know, right?
With that lady bless.
Bless the dollar bill.
With some she wealth. There you go.
She wealth.
People, it's all about financial literacy. It's all about protecting your asset. It is all about minding your business and staying in your lane.
Yes. Yes.
So definitely. So we have Miss Lake with a comment. That's crazy. Great conversation, ladies. Hello, Madam Lake. How are you? Do you guys see the comments at the bottom of the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, hi. Hey, Maisha. That's one of my childhood friends. Actually,
hello.
I used to think we were twins growing up. That was
really. Yeah. Hello, childhood friend. Thank you for joining us today with She Well. I hope you learned some information.
We traveled to Boston and all different types of places to sing.
Yes. Oh, you sing, or she sing?
Sang, past tense.
Oh, sang.
So, Sonia, don't invite me to sing at the opera in Canada, because I'll go, but I'm not singing.
The ballet.
No.
Sonia does the ballet. So invites to the ballet.
And actually, we'll have to go see some R&B. How's that?
I could dance. Yeah, that's
okay. But you're not going to sing?
I will sing, but
she said sing.
Oh, good. Okay.
Actually, we did the jazz club, the jazz corner a couple of weeks ago in Hilton Head. It was very nice. Live music is always my favorite.
Mine too.
And it was such a beautiful experience.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
But as we try to wrap up today, and it's actually almost been an hour, which is unbelievable.
That flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. I think when I speak to a lot of people about finance, it's a lot of preconception that we learn as children about, like I always say, the love of money is evil. It is not. It can never be evil. It can never be evil.
It's the intention that's put into anything.
Exactly.
It's always the idea. It's always the idea.
Because in a society that's cash driven or credit driven, we need it.
Mm-hmm.
We need it. And no one was put on this earth to suffer.
No.
And there's so many opportunities available for you to create your own income. And I think it's a wonderful, not, okay, we know COVID is going on. We know we're in a pandemic, blah, blah, blah. But actually, it's a wonderful time to be alive because now more people are realizing that they have to create their own wealth.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So if you don't realize that, if you cannot depend on it 9 to 5, because how many companies close? How many people are unemployed? You have to sit and come up with ideas to create your own wealth and have several streams of income. Right? So when we talk about having income, having financial literacy, what is the most important advice you guys would give to someone?
I think, the most important thing is willingness. It's just willingness to look, willingness to do, willingness to help. Because, like you said, you could be you're a part of an entrepreneurial creative element that people realize they need to create an income. And maybe this is a shift. This really, really is a shift. It's the responsibility, and that's why we need each other and help. And I just think, and happiness is a big, big, big part of that. That human connection, the laughs, the joy of just talking is like, you called me the other night. We were laughing for 15 or 20 minutes.
That's healing in itself.
It is.
Yes. I love to make people laugh. Cherese can testify to that. I'm like, Cherese, don't make my laugh make you laugh. And we would just laugh for like a good 20 minutes, and it feels so good. Like,
it does.
It feels good for me because I wasn't supposed to be laughing.
This is why I said, don't make my laugh make you laugh. But you decided to laugh. I mean, you're like,
I was like, I can't use my.
But we learned later that the doctor said that laughter was like a healing process.
Yeah. He's like, what did you do? You healed so miraculously. Yeah. I was like, oh, guess that was B's laugh.
Right. So you're right, Sonia. We have to call and laugh. You know, when COVID, I'm a social person as living here, and Cherese knows, like, Lady B, you want to go out? Yes. It's never a no. It's never a no. So when COVID first hit, it was very hard for me the first couple of months. As a matter of fact, the whole 2020 until the end of the year, it was very hard because I didn't have that I didn't have that connection with anyone, and it was hard because I'm that type of person, you see? And if it wasn't for Cherese that came to Lady B, come on, let's get up, do something. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, let's go, so eventually you have to say, okay, let me slap this mask on my face and go about my business. That's it. That's it, because we don't know how long it's going to last. And I'm saying 2022. And maybe even till 2023, we don't know. So even with the vaccine, I know a lot of people are getting a vaccine. Even with the vaccine, we don't know. So we have to try to be normal as possible. Yeah. Right? Live your best life.
Live it
and laugh, right, and ladies? Laugh. Any last words before we wrap up today about financial literacy, protecting your asset, staying in your lane? Give you guys give everyone your contact information, so people can get in touch with you guys.
So my last little tidbit is, I just didn't want to be dry like the normal advisors. Life, people take things like way too serious. And when you laugh and you're light, it makes things easier to understand. So Another tidbit is don't wait. Start now. Start from where you stand. You don't. People are like, oh, I'm going to wait till I have a certain. No, start now. Get that consult, make that phone call, set up a time to chat. You can contact me, www.shewealth.net. I'm on the gram, the gram.
Thank you.
As She Wealth, and on Facebook as She Wealth as well. But the emblem of the logo is a crown with a black background and purple and gold writing. So you just Google me, Cherese Span, I'll pop up. Google me.
Google me, baby.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I'm kind of a big deal. How do you like it?
Sonia Dollar Bill, give us your contact. And don't just say dollar. Then you'll look for dollar and you'll come up.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I think the best is yet to come. I think we're in a really very, very, very creative. If you look at how fast all the technology is coming through, I think it's amazing. And I just thank God I have children because for them it's just second nature, and for me, just being able to watch someone, and even to with a little bit of help and just adapting, it's fantastic. So I'm on LinkedIn, and of course Sonia Dolar, and you'll see me posting in I do some Facebook and that kind of thing too, and it's sdollarfinancial@gmail.com. And I look forward to communicating and catching up. And September, looking forward to seeing you in New York too.
Okay, I don't know if I'll be in New York in September, Sonia.
Or Hilton Head or somewhere. We'll find each other.
Well, actually, I'm looking at my calendar. I was nominated for the iWoman Global Award, and it's in India.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, it's in India, September 23rd.
Sorry.
And also the DEE Humanitarian Award in Maryland is September 23rd. Mm-hmm. And the General Assembly in New York is in September. So I'll have to pick my September very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. Or like you say, just Hilton Head.
Hilton Head.
And zoom into everywhere else.
I just right on the beach.
I'll show always better in an infinity, maybe.
In an infinity, right?
Can you imagine?
We'll send the AI to all of these events.
Yes, exactly. You won't need to get vaccinated. You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Best idea yet. Oh, ladies, it's been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. I thank you guys. Oh, I hate to go.
Thank you. This was great.
Well, I'm glad you guys got to know each other. My two financial, more than financial advisor. They're my bosom buddies. And when Sonia's together, we form this Oreo that is so delicious.
That is true.
And that is true. And she doesn't mind at all. She just loves being in the middle of the Oreo.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of deep fried Oreos?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I've heard of them. Yes.
They're addictive.
So now not only do you want to be in the middle of Oreo, you want to be deep fried. I tell you.
I know, the batter.
See, even that would be something I'm sure Elvis would try too.
Yes, I'm sure. I am sure. So Ms. Lake is laughing. Yes, I'm laughing too. It's been great, wonderful Financial Friday. This is my last Financial Friday, I think, until July. We are and next week is my last Women Wednesday, and from moving forward we will be on Clubhouse. So if anyone is looking and they need a Clubhouse invite, I have invites. So May, June, you need an invite?
No, I have invites available. Sorry.
Oh, you have
sorry.
Got you. So Dollar Bill,
Yes.
we talked about that iPhone so you could get a Clubhouse, but it's coming to Android soon.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. But we'll be taking all of our shows for the next 2 months. All of my Lady Best conversation will be in the Global Progressive Women group on Clubhouse. So I'm going to utilize Clubhouse for the summer and then come back for season 2 right here. Facebook Live, YouTube Live in July. Season 2 of Lady Be Blessed Conversation Podcast. This has been sponsored by She Wealth, www.shewealth.net, www.shewealth.net. I am LadyBeBlessedPodcast.com. The show will repeat, and you can catch it there to share with your friends and family. Someone said they switched. She said she switched. She said it's too discriminating. It's okay.
iPhone. Team iPhone.
Team iPhone, my dear. It'll come to Android soon. So don't worry. Don't worry. So definitely, I had fun with you ladies, and I thank you. And you guys are welcome back anytime as we kick up the new financial literacy programs that we're putting together with She Wealth. And we welcome Sonia Dolar to be part of our partnership as far as our Canadian viewers are concerned. And we'll all put everything together. Thank you, Miss Lake. You also have a wonderful day. We enjoy you being here with us today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. I am Lady Be Blessed, your African Caribbean Empress, and I'm out of here until Wednesday with Betty Love. Women Wednesday with Betty Love. So bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.